What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another Copart walk around over here at Auto Auction Rebuilds. I got to give a big shout out to Copart corporate office, to the people here at Yard 18, 2829 Southeast 15th Street here in Del City, Oklahoma. Thank you to the management, for the ladies up front, for the forklift drivers, to all the people that work to make this place a well-oiled machine. I say that a lot, and a lot of people are like, oh, you're a Copart shill. You're sponsored by Copart. First of all, you should probably check the definition of a shill before you go using big word. Well, it's a small word, but before you go use the words, you don't even know what they mean. Go look up the definition before you go trying to talk trash to me. I'm not sponsored by Copart. I'm not affiliated with Copart in any way, shape, or form. They just let me come out here and do something that makes my channel a little more unique than the other YouTube channels. So thanks to all of them, and look who's back. You guessed it. Monkey Wrench Mike is still here.
Who keeps this guy straight?
I can't even keep myself straight. We got Monkey Wrench Mike out here. Check him out on YouTube. This is the last video. We're almost done. We are almost done, and hopefully we've got at least one or two interesting cars for you. But to get this party started, go check Monkey Wrench Mike out on YouTube. Seriously, if nothing else, just to say thank you for spending like 3+ hours out here at Copart in the damn baking sun. Look at that. Yeah. The sun is hot. Yeah, go figure. The sun's hot. Okay, moving on. We got a 2016 Velociraptor. That's what I call these. I really don't like these cars. I don't know. It's on my list because a lot of people do like them. I'm sure some of you guys like them, and please don't get offended if I don't like the kind of car you like. I'm sure you guys don't like a lot of the cars that I like. It's perfectly fine. I don't get offended if you don't. So this is a turbo. That makes it a little more appealing to me. All right, but to me, it's a very odd looking car to me. I'm just confused when I see it. I really don't know how I feel. And then it's an automatic. Okay. Well, it lost points right there. So this door, now in the pictures I knew that it had damage to this door. Obviously, it ran up in something and it literally peeled the door apart. Like, that's crazy. Dang, it actually went all the way through. That's insane. All right, scarred up the glass. I didn't see this in the pictures at all, but this door doesn't open. So there is, and if you look, the door is stuck open. It doesn't even close all the way. So we've got some real damage, most likely right here in this pillar. I mean, not most likely, I guarantee you the damage is going to be in this pillar. The door hinges are bent severely. You can see the door, the gaps right here. The door is actually bent this way. It's overlapping here, and you've got a wide gap there. So we also got damage to the front here. I didn't see this in the photos. Same thing here, more damage. Didn't see that in the photos. It's really important, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to see anybody buy something that they're unhappy with, and neither does Copart. You know what I mean? Copart does the best that they can, but try to understand this is not a big lot, and this Copart yard alone does over 600 cars a week. All right, that's a lot of cars for these people to go through, and sometimes things get missed. I like to say I can't speak for all Copart yards, but I will definitely put my name and my reputation on the line for the people at this one because I know them. They're good people. They're not here to rip anybody off, you know, but sometimes things slip by. Sometimes accidents happen. We'll check the oil. We'll check the oil. Oh, it's rusty.
That's a good sign.
Oh, wow. Look at the crusties that came out of that.
Ooh.
Holy crap.
Wow.
There's literally chunks. Good.
Jeez, now I want to look in here.
Yeah. I'm gonna say not interested. Oh, but it's crusty inside of it. Yeah. It's crusty inside. This is a 16. This thing can't have that many miles on it. 54,000. What that means? That's probably 54,000 miles of never an oil change. Yeah, that alone. Stay away. Look, no oil change sticker. No oil change sticker at all.
A lot of people want this car, though.
Yeah, this car is sitting at over $3,000.
Yeah, $3,200.
Yeah, $3,200. Ladies and gentlemen, Copart doesn't want to see you get something that you're not going to be happy with, and neither do I. Gotta come look at these cars in person. Please listen to me. You can't check the oil on a computer. Okay, all right. You're not going to be able to check the oil. And let me tell you, you think, oh, you're going to see that thing in the back here, say, oh, I'm just going to put a door on it. That thing needs more than a door. The pillar itself is damaged as well. Maybe 2 pillars are damaged, bumper damage, fender damage, and you've got literal chunks coming out of the oil dipstick. I don't have to tell you that's not good. Okay, 54,000 miles, you should not have chunks coming out of your engine. This was a very, very, I was going to say unmaintained car. This was a very unmaintained. Don't use big words until you look them up, folks. This was not a maintained car at all. I don't think anybody ever changed the oil in this. So you got to be careful with things like this, folks. Watch out. Come out here and check them out for yourself. Here we got a 2019 Jeep Grand Cherokee, or is it just a Cherokee? Just a Cherokee. Do they still make the Grand Cherokee, or do they just call them Cherokees now?
It's a Grand Cherokee.
Grand Cherokee. I get so confused with the way these manufacturers like Cherokee, Grand Cherokee. Then you've got the Laredo Fords, or you used to. I don't think they make those anymore. You have the Heritage editions. You have the King Ranch editions, the Harley Davidson editions, the Lightning editions. It's just too much. Oh my! I didn't even see the back. Whoa! Holy cow! What? I don't know. Is this another one that something fell on?
Yeah.
Yeah? Something fell on top of it, huh?
Because there's no damage like on around the outside. It just came straight down.
Oklahoma. Man, this is from Duncan, Oklahoma. I went to jail there once. That's the nicest jail I've ever been to. Seriously, I was extradited to 3 counties before they finally got me there.
Really?
I spent some time out there.
Wow.
Hey, guys, no, it wasn't for anything serious. It was.
Talk to yourself out of this.
It was a felony, but it really wasn't a big deal. See, the deal was, what had happened was I wrote this check for 500. God, I can't remember. That's what caught me up, is there's a limit that makes it a felony and a misdemeanor, and I thought I had it on the misdemeanor side. I think what it was is $499 is a misdemeanor. 500 becomes a felony. I thought 501 was a felony. So I wrote a check, and I was very, very young. Like, you were talking many eons ago. I wrote a check, and it turns out the check that I wrote was to a sheriff's son in Duncan, Oklahoma. It was a bad deal. I wrote the wrong check to the wrong guy, and I really was a stupid kid back in the day, believe me. But I got out of trouble. I had to bounce around a little bit from what is that place by Arcadia, south of Arcadia, Luther. Okay. Luther arrested me on Valentine's Day. Then they extradited me to Oklahoma County, where I had to sit there for weeks and wait for Stevens County to come get me and take me down to Duncan. But when I got to Duncan, let me tell you, they gave me chicken with the bone. Like, I could have shanked somebody with the bone.
Wow.
Not that I would. I'm not that kind of guy. I'm a real easygoing guy. I don't do good in jail, basically, is what I'm trying to say. But when I got after Oklahoma County, that place is a nightmare. I hate that place. Stevens County, the people were so friendly and country, and I was like, you want some chicken, hun? And I was like, chicken? Yes, I want chicken. They gave me this little room by myself, which was really cool, and they gave me some chicken with the bone and a biscuit and everything. I was like, and I told that lady, I said, man, this is the best food I have ever had in jail. And then the male officer got real mad, and he was like, that's the problem. We feed y'all too well. You guys think this place is a vacation. And I was like, all right, sorry. Then they put me in general population with everybody else, and met some real cool people down there.
Check, or what was the check for?
It was a car. It was. It was a 1980 or 81 Ford, like F-150 or F-100 pickup truck. Yeah. It was a. And the guy got paid back, obviously. Yeah, I didn't even get out of jail till he got his money back. So he got paid, restitution was made, and they were kind enough to drop the whole thing. My lawyer had to get involved. Okay. My lawyer had to. Yeah, anyway, just a little bit of a story. I got in trouble too. I wasn't always an upstanding citizen. I made mistakes, and I've done stupid things, and nothing that I would say is too serious. But, my recommendation to all you folks out there, just do things right. It's much easier to live that way. Much easier to sleep at night too. You don't have to look over your shoulder, worry about somebody coming to look for you, the police showing up and arresting you for a felony you didn't know you even had. Hey, you got to be real careful. Just live right, guys. Live the best you can. Do right by people, and life will be good to you. All right, so 2019 Jeep. Mike thinks something fell on it. I'm inclined to agree with him. Yeah, Yeah, something. Do we have any tree bark on it? We do.
Look at that. There you go.
Look at that. Another tree. Another tree. Yeah, that Duncan, Oklahoma. Big shout out to the police officers and law enforcement, first responders, judges, all you people in Duncan, Oklahoma. I really got a lot of love and respect for you folks, and the people in the jail, man. Y'all some great people. You took good care of me. I truly appreciate it. Best experience in jail I ever had. All right, let's pop the hood, take a look, see what we're working with under here. Man, what is that? 1,200 or 12,000? I can't see the dash. 12,000. 12,000 miles on the clock, folks. Let's see if we can fire it up. I don't know how you'd fix this. I guess you just got to put a whole roof on it. I don't think it's going to start. Nope. This one is not going to start. It says it's a run and drive. Huh.
Multi-air has failed.
It's the same. Yeah, we'll talk about this one later. That's interesting. It's only got 12,000 miles on it. I wonder what happened to it. Doesn't it sound like the other one we were looking at earlier?
Did. Yeah, it did. Yeah,
sound just
did.
like that.
Yeah.
Huh.
No gas, but the other one had gas.
Yeah. This one's got gas too. But it cranks and cranks and cranks, won't do anything. You know what? I know what it is. I guarantee you there is a trip. A fuel cutoff switch in these, like I mean, I know they had them on Fords back in the day, but I'm sure in the event of a strong impact, I would bet money that's the problem. If you know where the fuel cutoff switch is in the Jeep Grand Cherokee or in a Chrysler 200, feel free to let me know. Yeah, I was hoping it would run, guys, but no go. Another reason you want to come to Copart, check these things out for yourself, because sometimes they don't run and drive. Here we got a 2016 Ford Taurus. It's got undercarriage damage. What'd you see under there? Ball joint?
I was squatting when you started, so I couldn't look here. Yeah, it's bent right there.
Oh, bent?
To me, it looks like it. There you go.
See, the problem is I can't really see, but this camera can. So I always get to see it on video. Let's see what's going on over here. Is that ball joint separated? It is. It's a broken ball joint. Yeah, ball joint is completely broken. The tie rod may be bent. I can't really see. I think it is. I think the tie rod's bent. CV axle is blown. You can see it ripped out of its socket back there, I think. I think you can see that. How bad is the damage otherwise, though? Looks okay. This fender is definitely out of whack because it looks to me like the tire, you can see where the tire actually went in to here first. And then somebody thought they were going to be slicking back out. And what they did when they went to back out is the ball joint was broke, so it swung the wheel forward and did all the damage to the front. When the wheel came in contact with whatever it came in contact, they should have just stopped. But they tried to back up, thought they were going to be slick, and they broke the whole front end doing it. Well, we'll fire it up. This is one I'm interested in. This is something I can fix. 59,000 miles on the clock. The rest of the body looks good. It's a very interesting color, isn't it? It's a brownish, reddish,
poopish.
Yeah. Pooper. Remember, guys, go get you some poopery. Go try out some poopery. I can't recommend that stuff enough. It's an interesting color. I'm surprised they totaled this. Oh wow, look at that dash. I like that. Oh. This smells like flood water. It smells like flood. It's got that moldy smell to it. I mean, it runs good. There's no check engine lights. The air conditioning is cold, so it probably still has its coolant. The important window works as I figured it would. Yeah, I'll bet this is I've never driven one of these, but I would bet that this is a comfortable car. Wait, Ford started putting them over here, right? Nope, they moved them again. Back to the center. Okay. Good on you, Ford. Keep people guessing. Keep them on their toes. Let's see if we got any blow-by on this one. Nope, and it's clean. This is actually real nice. Real nice. We got coolant. Yep, it's full of coolant. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's full of coolant. It's got its brake fluid. It's got oil. It's running nice and quiet. This is a solid car. I give my stamp of approval, literally. You don't even have to fix all this. You can clip all this crap back together, man. See these clips? They're not even broken. They're just popped out. See all that? These clips will go right back in. The bumper, that's not broken either. The bumper still has its tabs. It'll go back in. All this can be put right back together without replacing anything. Now that fender is a little bit tweaked, just a hair. As long as this door opens and closes, I wouldn't even mess with it. And it does just fine. You don't even have to worry about it. What a color. The color just has me confused. I see kind of orange, brown, and maybe kind of a red. It's interesting. Oh, it's got a keypad on the door here too. Oh. Well, I just apparently locked the keys in one of these cars. I'm not entirely sure how I did it, but the car is running and it's locked. It's completely locked. So I let the people here know that I kind of had a little accident here. I let them know, so hopefully they can get somebody out here to get this thing unlocked and get the key out of it. That sucks. Okay, so moving on from locking the keys in a Copart car for the first time ever in 2+ years that I've been doing this, I think. We're looking at a Chevy Avalanche 2013. I think it's a 13. Okay, I'm done. It looks like it took a light hit in the front end. I mean, I'm so tired I'm just ready to get out of this heat being air conditioning. It took a little bump in the front end. Surely that's not why it's totaled. You don't total something over that. Ah, I see ripples in the back. Here we go. Here we go. Oh yeah. Nice. Nice. I'll tell you what. The spider, though, made itself a nice little web. Check that out. Can you see it? Can you guys see it? There we go. Yeah, you can see that pretty clear, huh? I should have been recording that in 4K. No, 4K takes far too long to edit, guys. I'm not even about to do that. Man, not a bad looking truck aside from the fact that it's got obvious frame damage over here. This side looks fine. It's not a bad looking truck. But, yeah, again, come out here in person, guys. I didn't see that from the pictures. 151,000 miles on it. But honestly, the rest of the truck is clean. Very clean. You could still use this. I'm sure this truck would still run and drive. Just put a tail light in it. Take the tailgate off of it. Call it a day. See if it runs. This time we'll leave the windows down if we get out of it. Oh yeah, she runs good. Service airbag. Check engine. Airbag. Tire pressure. We'll roll this window down. Looks like the hood is already popped. I will not make that mistake again. And I told Copart, I said, if y'all got to hire a locksmith or something, you know, send the bill my way. I'm not going to have somebody else paying for my mistakes. Oh, man. So quiet. This thing is real quiet. I could get past the little dent in the back. See what the trans fluid looks like here. It's a little darker than I'd like. Well, actually, I can't even really see it. It's interesting, the transmission fluid is clear. Are they using a new type of transmission fluid these days? Because it used to be pink or red.
Red.
Maroon.
Good.
That's a really clear looking transmission fluid. Let's see if we got some blow-by going on here. Nope, no blow-by. Pretty clean under there. So this is a truck someone took care of. But I'll tell you what, as well as someone took care of it, they neglected the brakes. You know, you got to remember your brake fluid, guys. That thing will cause master cylinders to go bad. It'll cause your caliper seals to go bad. I just got done with the Harley truck. Even though it was dealer maintained, nobody thought to change the brake fluid. And it caused the master cylinder to go out. So I'm now having to go and do drilled and slotted rotors, front and back, new master cylinder, all new fluid. That thing was a bear, and we still got a long ways to go, all because someone forgot to take care of the brake fluid. Remember your fluids, guys. Here we got a car for Mike right here. Monkey Wrench Mike. He loves his Mercedes. This is an 05 SLK 350. That means it's got 350 horsepower. I think that's what the 350 stands for, doesn't it?
Because everything you fix is $350.
Yeah, that sounds more like it. Yeah, I like that one better.
Look how big the rotors are.
Yeah, it's got some huge rotors. This is not a powerful car, guys. This is, you know, I would expect to see that maybe on a 500 or a 550.
Yeah.
But on a little, maybe, yeah, I don't know. Those are huge rotors. The back ones are pretty big too. This is a tiny car. Yeah. It's a tiny car. It's got a little V6. 172,000 miles on the clock. What I like about this, though, this style Mercedes, is this trunk will open backwards. This hard top will retract, fold up, kind of like a transformer, and it turns into a really cool convertible. I actually had something very similar to this. I had a Chrysler Crossfire, but I didn't have the hard top. Mine had a soft top. But it's the same car for all practical purposes. Motor, transmission, it was all Mercedes-Benz. It was a weird thing that Mercedes and Chrysler did for a little while. It was kind of bad times for both companies, I think.
Exactly. Yep.
All right, let's hear it run. It says it's a run and drive. Oh, no power.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. Dagnabbit.
How about that? Well, my spidey senses are tingling, and they're telling me that this car is a blown head gasket. I don't know. Let's see. God, that poor Taurus is still sitting there running. I feel so bad. I feel really bad. You know, in some of the Mercedes, the older ones, they have this style of badge. The hood latch is actually underneath the star. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, okay, it's got an engine. I have a feeling that there's water in this motor. I can't shake it. It's not milky up there. Boy, look at that timing chain, man. That's right there. And there's no oil dipstick, is there? I don't think there is. This is one of those computer controlled ones. No, it does. Yes. Huh. My spidey senses were wrong.
Okay.
Well, okay, so I'm lying. It wasn't my spidey senses. It was this car was running just a minute ago, so I figured it'd fire right up. It didn't run very well. It was pretty bad, and there is stuff spewed all over the back here from the exhaust. I thought that. Oh, you know what that, Mike?
Is that oil or is
that's
that
rust.
Solid? Rust?
That's rust.
No.
Yes. Look, it's coming out of the exhaust. Look.
Jeez.
Look at that. It's literally.
Jeez.
What do you think that is? I think it could be a catalytic converter.
It could be if it was
It
clogged.
could be the parts of the catalytic converter literally blowing out of the exhaust. And that would make it run horrible because it's going to be backed up.
Yep.
Didn't you just do?
I just replaced
Didn't
the
you?
cats.
You made it look so
to
easy.
the tune of $800.
$800. That's
For 4
cheap.
cats.
That's cheap for a Mercedes.
I did it myself.
And you
so,
did it yourself. Yeah. Yeah, look at all the... There's rust coming out of both of these mufflers here.
But it really won't start.
Yeah, you can't even turn the key.
Yeah.
He's interested in this one.
Well,
I don't know. Last I saw, this one was sitting at like 1650. Can't see the mileage.
Nope.
Figures. Well, it says right here 172, but you know, take that for what it's worth. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Rust blowing out of the exhaust. Yeah, I'm gonna say this thing probably needs a whole exhaust from the front back. I would start, literally, since there's rust blowing out of it, I would just disconnect the downpipe from the cats, fire it up, and if it runs good, then you know. If it still doesn't run good, bolt it back up and sell it, because it's blowing rust out of the motor or something's not right.
That's bizarre. That's really bizarre.
Yeah, I've never seen that before. I've never been able to reach inside an exhaust and pull pieces of rust out of it. That'd be a good idea to check that coolant too. It still could be a blown head gasket. I mean, I've seen blown head gaskets that did not have
there's coolant.
Water in the oil. Yeah, it does have coolant. And it doesn't look corroded, and it's not full of oil. I don't know if you guys can see down in there. Probably not. Yeah, I think this is a cat issue. You know what? I'll bet it was. The car probably belonged to a lady or something, and she just drove it. And it probably had a check engine light for something serious, you know, like a cam sensor or a crank sensor or, you know, something that drastically affected the emissions components of the car. And, you know, when you continue driving something like that without fixing it, they warn you that it will destroy your catalytic converters. And people are like, catalytic, what's a catalytic converter? It doesn't sound important. Well, it's pretty important. Pretty important. Now, you can just cut them off. I mean, if you know a guy.
If you know someone who can weld.
Yeah, if you know someone
Not me.
He tried to weld. He tried to weld. I looked, I was like, holy cow. I mean, I'll be honest, I don't know how to weld either. That was, I saw a comment on your channel, someone said, well, you can't weld air, man. I think what the issue was is he had a gap about this wide, and he was trying to weld across that. I think he needed some metal or something put over that. All right. This is something to keep on the list, but at $1,600, I don't really know what this car is worth, but it's dinged up pretty good everywhere. It just, it's a risky one, especially at $1,600. For some of you, $1,600 is chump change. For me, it's like, that's getting a little pricey for an old Mercedes. Yeah, for an old Mercedes, you just see these things turn into money pits, man. You got to be real careful with them. Here we got a 2019 Tundra. And this poor truck, man, it just, it wasn't meant to be. You know, from the day it was conceived on the assembly line, it was destined for this. I don't know what happened to it, but 3 of the 4 wheels.
Look at that.
Was this a theft or something? Maybe they were running from the police.
I think they just kept driving on this,
Yeah, because, I mean, there's not even a tire there anymore. It literally looks like someone was just here's
damage.
Here's the tire. Is that the tire that went on? It's still a tire, except for the sidewall is completely blown out. It's got like multiple impacts. One there, split wide open right here, probably from the rim riding on it. Oh, crap. Okay, screw that. I'm not as strong as I used to be. Let's see what this side looks like. Yep, the axle's definitely bent here. We got this rim bent in. SR5. Man, this is actually a really nice truck. I think this could be fixed. Oh, it smells good too. The smellometer is a solid 10. It smells like leather. I like the smell of leather. I also like the taste of steak. I had the President's Special at Cattleman's the other day. It's the same steak that President Bush ordered. I had it medium, and it was the perfect. I've never had a steak like it in my life. Really? Every bite, like a lot of places you could put 57 sauce. No, this was like they tried to get me wine. This is a fancy restaurant. I've never been to one of them before. Yeah, I went sitting down there, and I was like, you got people all their noses up in the air and everything, and it's like I'm looking at Chardonnay. I was like, just give me some Coke. You know, and a steak. I was like, I want a big steak, and no sauce necessary. That steak was cooked to perfection. Every bite was, man, now I want to go to Cattleman's. Yep. I'm hungry. I'd never been there before. That place was phenomenal. Now, it also cost $52, I think, with a tip. Yeah. The steak itself was $31. Wow. Jessica wasn't hungry, so she didn't eat. Yeah, so it is a little pricey, but every now and again, you need to go out. You got to go out and treat yourself to a good medium steak. Oh, we're talking about cars. I'm hungry. I'm getting hungry. All right, so last one here for this video is an 05 F350. It actually looks to be in pretty good shape. I was looking for a beater truck because I really don't like taking the Harley out to the... I've been taking it places that you just don't... You shouldn't take a truck like that, man. It's been bothering me, so I thought maybe I need to get an old beater truck. This is an 05 F350. It's got some damage to the front here, but honestly, who cares? It's a beater truck. The tires are shot. Needs tires desperately bad. And look, it comes with free hay for the horses. I don't have any horses, but, you know, I could get horses. Oh, there's bugs crawling out of it. Interesting. Okay. Oh, my God.
Wow.
Oh.
You can see the smell.
You can see the smell.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, sniffometer solid 0. This is what makes that smell? Good God, this is bad. I'm not kidding. This is real bad.
This is a farmer.
Whew. The sign here says ex-smoker. That didn't sound good. Ex-smoker.
Oh.
Ooh. It says no smoking, ex-smoker. I get that. I do get that because people around me smoke all the time, and it is so hard for me to not smoke after smoking since I was 13 years old. You know, being around cigarette smoke is it's really hard for me because it just makes me want to smoke. So she don't sound good. She don't sound good. Oh hell no. Sorry. No, I saw that 3-valve Triton and I was like, no sir. No sir. No 3-valve for me. Nope. And I'm sure the rattling around is probably the fan or something. I'm sure the accident bent this up and it's probably just... No. It's not the fan. Okay, so that's the motor then. The fan isn't making any noise. Yeah, so the motor's making some... That's just a solid no. I was hoping maybe it'd be a diesel. No, it's a 3-valve. Stay away from the 3-valve, guys. Please, do yourself a favor. Stay away from a 3-valve. And that is going to be it for this Copart walk around, guys. I appreciate you watching. Well, guys and gals, I think the analytics say there's like 99% males and there's 1% of females. So ladies and gentlemen, guys and gals, thank you for joining me. And Monkey Wrench Mike.
Yeah. I didn't get on the camera, did I?
You need to spray some of that in that truck because that thing smells god awful. We're going to get out of here. Is that the last video? We got one more to do?
The last one. We got a whole nother video.
That's one more video. Yeah, stay tuned for the next video coming out in a couple days. Yada, yada, yada. Thank you for watching. No, seriously, thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. You guys he's getting to me now. You guys allow me to do what I love, and I certainly do appreciate it. So thank you to all you subscribers, all you guys that watch. If you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing. Again, check out Monkey Wrench Mike. Thank you to Copart corporate office, to all the people out here that are helping out and, you know, make this place run like it should, management and everybody, and to whoever is going to get that car unlocked that I accidentally locked the keys into. Man, I told him, if you got to call a locksmith, man, send me the bill. I feel real bad. I feel real bad. I've never done that ever, and it's kind of embarrassing, but I'm going to leave it on the video. So thanks again for joining us. Stay safe out there, everybody. I will catch you all very soon. Is that those seagulls? What?
Where are we?
They sound like seagulls. Are we in Texas? Is this Corpus Christi? Point me to the ocean. I'll catch you all very soon in the next one.